We are doing a self-tape.
1, 2, 3, let's switch this up.
Hello, my little honeys. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Anastasia, also known as your fave social media girl. I'm a Canadian actor based here in Toronto. I make videos about self-love, body positivity, acting, and occasional vlogs. If you haven't done so already, before this video ends, you know the drill. Please don't forget to subscribe, and of course, don't forget to turn on the bell notification button so you know every single time that I post, which is on Fridays. Yes, today's a self-tape day. We are at my parents' house. We just came here for a couple of days to hang out while I had some time off work, and I got a self-tape. It is due in 2 days. There's a show called The Boys, and there's like a spin-off show of it or whatever, and they are filming in Toronto and they're auditioning people for different episodes. My character that I'm auditioning is a non-speaking role, and all they want me to do is just improv based on what the other two characters are talking about. Because I have no lines, it's a non-speaking role. You kind of get a bit more leg room on what you want to do and how you want to work with it and spin with it, which is nice. I'm getting actually a coaching session with my acting coach. Yes, I technically don't have lines, but it's harder in my opinion when you don't have lines, because you have to be so actively listening to what is going on between the other two characters. You don't want to kind of come off where you're just like standing there and you're just like it just kind of comes off like, okay, she's not really doing much. Like there was no, wow, like I love that self-tape. So I contacted him and we're going to have a session and then we're going to be taping it. So I am like feeling good about this one. I have to get myself ready. I have to do my hair and makeup. It's important to ask your agent, be like, hey, what headshot you sent out so then I can look identical to that headshot. I know at this point, because I've been with my agent for a year, I know what headshot she sends me out for specific roles. So I always know that this headshot is the one that she sent out for this specific role. So I'm gonna look identical with hair and makeup. So let's get going, honeys. What I like about when you don't have to speak, you really do have the freedom to do what you want. Literally in the breakdown, all they said was improv based on the context of the scene. That's it. There's no rules about this. If you want to add a few lines, like simple stuff. And the good part is that if you add like a line or two that makes sense to the context, when you actually are going to be on set, they might even upgrade you by being like, you know what? We liked during the self-tape that you had some lines. Let's do that and actually give yourself like legitimate lines. Okay, great. Just now you've been upgraded to a one-liner, which is an upgrade, more money, and it's an actual, well, you're gonna get a credit regardless because it's a union production, but you're gonna get an actual IMDb credit for it, and then you can put in your resume. You could even use it for your demo if they end up airing it with you saying the lines. And eventually, because if it's a show, maybe they liked what you did and they want to bring you back, and you're always going to be like, let's say the doctor of the hospital that says a few lines here and there. And then that becomes a small reoccurring role. And that's even like, well, that's even better. So these things are great. So they kind of help you out a little bit. My makeup is done. Very simple, very similar to what my headshots look like. When it's roles like this that are a bit more like neutral, I tend to just have my hair natural. Like my hair is already naturally straight. So I just tend to do it down and straight. So it doesn't really make sense that I'm showing off my hair up yet I don't have my headshots in it. Like I said, you want to look as much as possible as your headshots as you can, because your headshots is what got you into the room originally, and you want to be able to mimic that. They don't want to open your self-tape and then see that you literally don't look anything like your headshot. Oh, okay, we are getting on the session right now. Okay, now the coaching session is done. I'm gonna set up the room. I'm gonna put my shirt on and we're gonna do the self-tape. Because specifically this room has really good natural light, as you can see, like this is right now natural light. I'm actually not gonna be turning on the ring light. I'm gonna be using the natural light because it looks really good on camera. If you have the chance to do natural lighting and use that in your self-tape, in your videos or whatever callbacks, I 1000% would go for it. You just, I don't know, in my opinion, the natural light really enhances things. Okay, my shirt is on. I got Makita, he's going to be my reader for this. I know I said you wanna look identical in your headshots and you wanna wear the piece of clothing that you wore in your headshots. You don't have to stick to the clothing down to the T. Obviously, the role that I'm auditioning for is like a doctor vibe. So with that being said, my headshot that I know that she sent out on, it's me wearing like a pink kind of collared shirt. It's silky. That's not really doctor vibes because doctors would never wear that into the hospital. I literally went to Walmart and I bought this, and I'm not saying that you have to go and buy every single thing for every audition. No, but something like this I would get because it kind of gives me a bit more, it just helps me get in my character a bit more. It helps me feel like I'm in the medical field more. And I'm just having my regular jeans on, nothing crazy, because you're always going to be filming right about like under where like the ribs start, and you want it to be like right at the very top of where your head is. You don't want to leave any room in between or anything like that. You want it to be just like right here. Okay, we finished the actual self-tape and now we have to do the slate. The general slate, if they don't say what they want in the slate, would just be your name, your height, and your location, and that's it. Sometimes they'll get really specific to be like your name, your height, the role you're auditioning for. They'll ask you if you're vaccinated or not, depending on some sets. It's a requirement. For this one, I just need to say my name, my height, and my location, and that's it. So the slate is always going to be filmed this way. The way you're watching like my video right now, it's horizontally, but it has to be full body. So you're going to see the top of your head all the way down to the bottom of your feet. So Makita's now going to change take the camera and put it as far back as he can so he can do the entire slate. Hi. I'm Anastasia Piaro, I'm 5'6", and I'm located in Toronto. Now I'm just going to be editing it on iMovie. Here you go, doctor. Okay, it's exporting. When I do my self-tapes, what I do is actually have it named my name, all in capital letters, my name _ the role that I'm auditioning for _ and either sometimes I'll put apprentice because that's what my status is, or I will go and say my agent's name. Kind of depends what they want. Sometimes my agent will specifically say, hey, for this role, can you do this and this and this? And I'm like, yep, sure, not a problem. And then that's what I end up putting out. Okay. Please, universe, help me put this one. Well, my little honeys, this is the end to my self-tape vlog. If you have any self-taping questions, whether it be technical or just the structure of it, anything that you have any questions about self-tape, the auditions, callback, Zoom auditions, whatever it is, please ask away, comment down below. My question is, do you prefer self-taping or do you prefer doing like in-person sort of Zoom auditions? Comment down below. I'm curious to know your reasoning. I don't know what I prefer more. I think I'm kind of a mix of both. There's times where I prefer self-tape, and then there's times where I prefer more of an in-person, like over Zoom interaction. I think it just depends on the audition, so I'm kind of in the middle. But there are people that I know that are strictly only self-tape, and some people are like strictly only in-person, and that's it. So I know that is the case. But anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful Friday, and just give yourself all a big hug, big self-love, because I really needed it today. I don't know why I was kind of all in my head about the self-tape. I think I've just been like wanting to book so badly that I think it's starting to screw with my head a little bit. And yeah, I was getting a little ahead of myself, felt a little perfectionist, which is something I'm working on, and it's okay. It's always gonna be a work in progress. Anyways, honeys, love you. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all next Friday. Bye, honeys.